Hey there everybody, this is Carsillo, and welcome once again to my YouTube channel. We really appreciate you guys watching and tuning in, and today we are taking a look at part of the Assassin's Creed Origins E3 demo. Here we got to take on a special side activity, which is basically called the Gladiator Arena, kind of the evolution of the fight clubs that you would see with Jacob Fry in Assassin's Creed Syndicate. And as is the case with you know, any kind of game like this, it's obviously this kind of a thing is very combat driven, but because Bayek the odds are against him in the arena, he doesn't have all his weapons. He doesn't have his hidden blade, he doesn't have his bow and arrow. All he has is this kind of like pole axe and a shield. And I'm not gonna lie, folks, it took me a while to kind of get used to the new combat. You know, you have light attack and heavy attack on the shoulder buttons. And how you focus in on everybody. The controls are just a little different from what we are used to with Assassin's Creed, and parrying and whatnot. And so that took me some time to get used to. Not to mention Bayek's life bar, and you got to be careful, of course, of the traps right there. It is very Roman-esque, even though it is in Egypt, with this Gladiator Arena, and it's wave-based. It's a side, you know, much like again like the fight clubs. It is wave-based. You'll have 3 waves, at least from what we saw in our demo. And you can see here, I mean, it's not easy to block Bayek's attacks, especially his heavy ones, because he comes in with a lot of strength from behind them. And you can do some decent damage to these guys, but, you know, it's opening up their shield and then hitting them with the axe and everything. And once we beat these 3 waves, we then go into a boss battle against the Warden. Basically, he's kind of like a slave trader, not a good dude at all. And we'll get into that more a little bit. But you see here, Wave 2 now complete, going into Wave 3. Again, without the bow and arrow, without your traditional weapons, you know, Bayek definitely has the disadvantage here. But he's not so underpowered that he can't stop these guys. So, and something that I really like about the traps is that I did it against the Warden, is that I was able to kind of, after a while, finally figure out how to lure him into the traps and kind of hit him and throw him into the traps with the pole axe. And you'll see here with both myself and these guys, those spinning spikes do a lot of damage if you can get people to hit them. But you know, here it's just a matter of again, it took a while for me to figure out how to parry, how to use light attack, heavy attack. The controls for Origins are tweaked. They're different from what we've seen from previous Assassin's Creed games, and really, this also, I kind of just got dropped into it, you know, feet first. Like, this was really only my first time this is my first time playing Assassin's Creed Origins. So again, it took me a while to kind of get back into the groove. I mean, it's amazing, after having not played an Assassin's Creed game for 2 years, how rusty I felt. But hopefully by the time you get to this one, because this is a level 25 arena for Bayek, by the time I get to this in the actual game, it'll be a little bit better. And of course, this is all alpha gameplay, so I'm sure that Bayek, who kind of felt less like Altair, and Evie Fry, or Arno, felt a lot heavier, felt like Ezio, felt like Connor, felt like Jacob in the ways that he moved. Like, it felt like every one of his steps, every one of his swings, they had weight to him. Definitely a lot, you know, a bit of a slower moving assassin, but definitely a stronger one. And of course, the idea behind Assassin's Creed Origins is that this is an origin story for the Brotherhood. This is the, you know, some are saying it's a soft reboot. I can't say anything to that, speak anything to that, as we just finished Wave 3 there. But it's basically the beginning of the Templar Assassin War in human times. And yeah, so there it is. There's the first 3 waves, and there's my score. Not a great score, because like I said, I had a lot of trouble there, as you saw. And then now we get a chance to, after beating him, we get a chance to take on the boss, which is the slaver, this slave driver who's one big dude. But I actually found him easier than the waves, because when you only have one opponent, obviously it's easier to just focus on that one guy. And you see here, though, there he is. There's the Warden. He's not a small fellow. And that's a big axe he carries. A lot bigger than Bayek's axe. And this dude, well, he meets the spikes. He meets his fate. And now the Slaver takes on Bayek, and this was kind of where I started to finally get the hang of it a little bit. You know, I kind of avoided him, come up with some uppercuts, some heavy attacks. Obviously, as you see here, if it wasn't for the spike traps, this dude has a ton of health, way more health than I do, at least at this point in the game. But then he made his mistake. He got too close to the spikes there, and basically the spikes just threw him, really ripped him apart, threw him halfway across the arena. Took away most of his health. I was able to hit him a few more times. I avoided him, and really, I'm basically just again got him lined up for the spikes, uppercut him, pushed him back, pushed him way back, right into the spikes, and that's it. And what's great about this is that, of course, now Bayek gets some epic loot, which is another big thing. The big thing about Assassins. Oh, and I of course chose to show no mercy because the dude's a slaver, and that means he's a despicable human being. And yeah, so that is at least a very satisfying ending to that mode. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to check me out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, @RayCarsillo, RayCarsillo. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.